We're watching the 1FC debut of Yuki Yoza, sporting a record of 18-2. Both this guy's losses were very, very close decisions, and he is spectacular. Fighting at my weight class, 145 pounds, and I haven't watched this fight yet, but I know he's victorious. Little spoiler alert there. But this guy is very, very dangerous fighter. Osmanov. I've seen him fight once or twice, and I know he's very good, very tough, very durable. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can bring for this Japanese star. I really think Yuki Yoza has a chance of becoming a 1FC champion and potentially even defeating the likes of people like Haggerty or Anon. So let's jump into this fight, and oh man, I'm excited. The main thing that we have to watch for when we see Yuki Yoza is the fast combos, and in particular how he sort of spams that calf kick. And it can come when he's being offensive, but also as a counter. He's very, very good at the counters. So here we go. Having watched him fight in K1, I do know that sometimes the first round with him can be a little bit more controlled, a little more dialed in, taking in readings on his opponent. And then, man, he ramps it up. And when he starts ramping it up, oh, it's exciting. And I also noted that, nice distance control there, that he has Masaki Nori in his corner, along with Takaru, all the guys from that gym over in Japan that seem to produce fantastic fighters, or fantastic fighters end up there after the fact, at least. But Masaki Nori also throws in that calf kick. A very dangerous way now. So it must be something that either one is copying of the other or the coach is sharing with them. And Yuki Yoza not scared to switch stances. If he fights a southpaw, he ends up very often fighting out of southpaw himself. Nice spinning kick there. Didn't land flush or anything, but still. Dangerous technique. Oh, and he throws it a second time. Osmanov still in this early fight here, very much in it, demonstrating beautiful technique. Nice power round kick there. And Yoza, it's hard to keep up with his stance. He's southpaw, and then he's orthodox. He's back and forward. Look at that. Just a fast little switch. Already back to a different stance. If you are able to do that and maintain good defense, it could be frustrating for whoever you're fighting. Hard to get a read on what you're doing, where you are. Yuki Yoza, I've also mentioned, has a fantastic ability to transition between guards. So you can see so far, he has his hands kind of pumping a lot off the head, really just gauging, but when he needs to and he shells up tight, he has a great high guard that looks very, very difficult to break. But his ability to transition between the two is just fantastic. Nice little exchange right there. Look at just always coming back with the calf kicks, but Osmanov is doing a really good job so far in this fight. Nothing really massively clean landing for either fighter yet, but that just goes to show how good these guys' defense are as well. And in fights like this, that's what you often have to watch. The stellar defense. And where does stellar defense come from? What is the foundation for it all? Well, it's the footwork. And that's why my next course, called Movement, is going to be focused on footwork, range, and balance. And guys, everybody who has taken these Strike Ready courses has fantastic feedback for me saying, it's up their game so much. And it's because we have 5 weeks of training. Each week on Monday, a segment of videos drops. And then we have 3 live calls where you can bring questions for things you don't understand. I'm looking forward to this course so much. It's going to be one that is so important. And it starts August 18th. Early bird pricing is available for a short period of time, so jump on that. And we get some nice replays here. Again, nothing massive landing, but still fantastic offense from both fighters. And let's move into round number 2. You can see Masaki Nori right there in front of him. Takeru, it's cool how these guys are supporting one another. Not just by being there, but by actually cornering each other. Here we go. Let's see what adjustments are made. And this is really the key between a good fighter and a great fighter. It's what adjustments can be made between rounds. If you cannot adjust, you're going to have a lot of trouble hitting the highest level. Because you're not going to win every round, and everything's not going to go as well as you want it to. There are times where you fall behind, or adjustments have to be made. Nice high kicks there. Yuki Yoza, he's not the fastest striker in the world. It's not like you look at his shots and go, oh my gosh, they're blistering. But when he combos and he goes on the attack, just not the overall speed of each technique, but the speed at which a combo can get out there is impressive. That was nice there. Good fake. Landed that jab. And always switching levels is Yoza. He's always up, down, to the body. Just, ooh. That's just a good little off-balance technique there. And it's tough. Let's watch Osmanov for a moment and see what adjustments he should be making. Because everything's good from him. At this point right now, I don't love the fact that he's allowing Yoza to control the center of the ring. I feel like spinning and taking control of the center and then maybe cutting some more angles to the side and then executing like that. Because when he goes on the offense, it looks great. The times when he's not doing great is when he lets Yoza control the pace. Now, always easier said than done to do something like that. I just say, oh, this is all you have to do. It's so much harder to execute. But you see when he's doing his best work, you see when Yoza is doing his best work, and then you try to minimize those moments where you allow Yoza to do what he's doing right now. To corner. Ooh, that spinning back fist was wild. But if it would have hit, that would have done some damage. Osmanov is also switching stances now. Woo! Those fancy techniques, they sometimes pay off, very often they don't. Just a few too many times where off balance wise, like they're not supposed to score takedowns and such, but when you're landing those kicks and somebody's falling, it's hard not to give that round to Yoza. He also landed a couple of good punches, nothing that rattled his opponent, right? The first thing we score after knockdowns is damage, and there wasn't loads of damage in that round, but in terms of clean shots landing, you got to go the way of Yoza as well. But those takedowns are just like an extra stamp. Look at how he changes the angle of that kick. It's not even a question mark kick or anything. He just kind of comes up and then does a little subtle angle change. That's when a perfect block is required. You make one mistake on your block and you are getting kicked in the head. So let's assume at this point that the first round is very debatable. Who won it? It was close. Judges are not always perfect, so it could be either way. That last round must have been Yoza's. So it's close going into this final round here. Yoza hasn't really there. When he does that kind of stuff, that is impressive. Like this is beautiful work. Again, not the fastest techniques in the world, but crazy transition time from one to the other. And now he's gone to that tight high guard there, and that's where it's so hard to penetrate through, and where he'll start taking shots and just throw a calf kick back. Although we haven't seen him go too much to that low kick yet, mostly because Osmanov is actually doing a good job checking. The tight range they're at, fighting very, very close. There's a calf kick. Note how when he throws his calf kick, he doesn't really rotate the hips. He doesn't turn over the foot and really do any pivot. It's very tight. He keeps both hands high. Doesn't really lean to the side like a classic low kick. Yeah, there again, we saw it. Yoza kind of running away with this round at this point, about halfway through. Finding the openings, landing the shots. These fancy techniques from Osmanov are just not, they're not working out for him, and I feel like he needs to stop. He does his best work when he unleashes like that. When he unleashes a 3, 4, 5 punch combo. Yes. And there are times that throwing a few fancy techniques is great, but as he does these things, he's getting punished for it, even if it's just a simple toss to the ground situation. So when we go back to basics, he also has a great right round kick that, sharp left hook on the inside there. That was super tight. He has a nice right round kick that he's having much more success with, at least in landing off the guard of Yoza. It's a fast-paced fight, too. I mean, nobody's taking much damage, but when we look at the actual technique, there's a technique, very little clench. It's, both these guys' cardio is fantastic. There's a nice shot. Oh, but he walked right into that side teep. Now he's really throwing down. Whoa, that was nice. I'm not a fan of those. I feel like if the guy does that, you should be able to kick him on the ground once. Landing some shots now. Is Osmanov. Woo! What a fight. They push the pace. Conditioning on both of them is spectacular. And, I mean, Yoza has to take the win on this. But I cannot wait to watch this guy's next fight. I think he's fighting Superleg. I might be wrong, but I think. And that will be so exciting.